Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. It's Thursday, May 14. Another day, another opportunity to make or to lose money. Good morning, Darren. Hey, Bukur. Hey, Andrei. Hey, Emmanuel. Hey, Azov. Hey, everyone. Okay, so as usual, we'll start with daily time frame. We'll go from there. Bitcoin, Ethereum, doing a higher time frame overview, and then we'll go on lower time frame. Someone please tell me if we have sound, if the image is good, and we can start. Okay. Bitcoin, CME chart. Look at the smile, look at the clown, look at the McDonald's, look at whatever you want. Well, yeah, it's funny indeed, but this funny thing, it's an M. Now you can see it's a nice M. Yeah, we didn't close below the neckline, I know, but it's still a valid M. Depending on the time frame, once we traded below this level, yesterday and today, I consider this M valid. So, we have a location, the gap, we have warning signs on the indicators. Let me put them back. You can see bearish divergence. You can see bearish divergence. You can see M's on RSI. Everything is there. And now we have an M. Not the best location. Yeah? Not the best location. I was hoping for the market to pump and touch 61.8, which means $83,610 on this chart. Didn't happen? Well, it is what it is. But we have a daily M. We cannot say, well, we don't have an M. We have everything but not an M. Now we have it. Ugly smile. Can we bounce a little bit more? Like I said, to accept a little bit above 80K? Yes, it's possible. This M is valid. Yeah, this M is valid as long as we don't trade above these levels. This high and this high. If we don't trade above those levels, the M is still valid. Can this M become a range and go sideways for a bit and weeks from now will dump? Yeah, it's possible. But anyway, when you see a smile like this, when you see an M like this, you don't want to be bullish and go, well, let's go to the moon. An M, it's the best warning possible. When you see an M on higher time frame, means stay the fuck out. Stop buying. Wait. We can dump. I'm not saying, well, from this level we'll dump until tomorrow to 2021 all-time high to 69. No. But we had up at 74, 75. I said I'm not allowed to be bullish here. I'm not allowed on higher time frame to do anything. It's too high. From 75 we got to 80, and at 80K, yeah, aiming out. Let's see what will happen. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum. We don't have the M, the big one. You can see here we have one M here. This is an M, it's valid. Then we have another M here, but this big one didn't confirm yet, because this is the bigger one. You can see two smaller M's confirmed, but the big one is not confirmed yet. But at the same time, Ethereum is a bit weaker than Bitcoin. You can see we have this range. We didn't even manage to exceed the range and go above it. We closed above and immediately back down. Closed above, immediately back down. So I think Ethereum is range bound. Will stay in this range for the moment. If Bitcoin will dump, definitely Ethereum will stay here, maybe even touch long reload zone. Yep. And short, medium term. On the long run, I think we can even take the lows and go lower than $1,750. Okay, so on daily time frame, we confirmed the YAM on Ethereum also. The big one is not confirmed yet. We are at the top of the range, so if we are thinking range, technically technically we should think short here. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, let's take a look at dominance. What do we have here, people? We like it, we don't like it, is not the best one, but we are forming an EM here. No? We are forming an EM. If we accept below this level, let's assume that this is just the neckline. We don't see that. We slowly, we touched that level and we closed, we opened here. Yeah? Let's wait for a clear confirmation. But we can form an ICM here. We can also bounce something like this and then do an M. That will be also nice. But for the moment, you can see the market is not as strong. Ethereum dominance of Bitcoin. Some altcoins you saw that they are holding for the moment. I don't know what will happen if Bitcoin dumps one more round, because usually the second dump on Bitcoin destroys a lot of altcoins. But for the moment, altcoins hold pretty nicely, you can see. Okay, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, unfortunately. Weak bounce from this sweep of liquidity. Looks like once lower. You can see straight down. No, nothing. No. We stopped a little bit at support and resistance levels. We slowly accepted below. Next level and next level and next level. Is slowly. I don't know if it's slowly, but it's bleeding in one direction only here. Okay. Ethereum, Bitcoin. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Total market cap just following the Bitcoin chart. Let's take a look at ES on daily. A new day, a new all-time high. It's that simple. In my humble opinion, ES is holding Bitcoin at these levels. This time, ES is holding Bitcoin, not to dump. You can see ES is bouncing, is pumping. One way, up only. A new day, a new all-time high. That's why, in my humble opinion, Bitcoin is not dumping. Bitcoin was weak from a couple of days ago, if not more. But because ES is pumping and is making highs and new all-time highs, that's keeping Bitcoin at the same level and slowly pumping. Look at it. We have warning signs, but no fucking M. No daily M, no 4-hour M. Pushing higher and pushing higher. Warning signs all over the place. Higher time frame, lower time frame, but the price doesn't care about warning signs. No, up only. Look at it. Okay. Don't try to catch falling knives. If you manage to see that an all-time high, then a dump, and then an SFU, okay, you can take that SFU. But it's a big difference between ES on daily and ES on 5-minute chart, where you can play SFU long and short. Gold, like I said, needs to consolidate, needs to find another motivation to pump. As long as we don't accept above 5,000, I consider gold weak. Silver, a little bit stronger, but nothing special. Oil decided to stop here exactly at $100 or around $100 and stay here. We have 1-2 days. Probably today will be the same. ZEC, well, I need to go on 1 hour or at least 4-hour chart. Yeah, there you go. This is the chart I decided to short. I shorted once here, failed. I shorted the second time here. We are risk-free already, so nothing to lose anymore. I'm not a fan of shorting altcoins in this environment. I'm not. But this one was too up only. Nice location, nice everything. Everything was there. I just follow my setup and took the trade. Okay, let's go back on 4-hour chart. Let's talk about TIA. Well, if you took the trade, you book the profit. It's that simple. If you took the trade, you book the profit. 6R. Hit. above the target, above the take profit. Nobody could say now, well, Paul, didn't hit the profit. Well, hit the profit. You should be out. If you still have, I don't know, 10, 20% from the original position, okay, it's up to you. You can trail as much as you can. If you trail, then put your stop loss here and just wait. See what happens. Yeah. 6R is not easy to get, and it's not a small profit. 6R allows you to have a 20% win rate and still make money. Yeah, will go to 100. Yeah, maybe in 100 years. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. For the moment, it's at 50 cents. Below 50 cents. We reject from 50 cents. So until $100, it's a long, long road. Okay. Idea is, on 4-hour chart, we saw A, B, C, D. We took the W here. We made 6R. We booked the profit. That's good. Good for us. If the market will do another round and I'll see another setup, I'll take another one. Why not? Hopefully we'll make money again. That's our job. Pengu. Mr. Pengu, like I said yesterday, well, I didn't like this ugly EM, if you can consider that an EM. If you look at the week, then yeah. And then we had this big one. We are risk free. We don't care too much because we don't risk our money from now on. But maybe we'll consolidate here. Maybe we'll do some W's. We don't know. For the moment, we managed to get a risk-free position. We are still in that risk-free position. Let's just wait. Let's wait on the sideline. Let's wait to that free position and see what happens. Okay, so that's the higher time frame with 2 trades here. Calendar today, yeah, Thursday 14, we have retail sales. You saw that PPI had a surprise for us yesterday and the market dumped like crazy and something happened. Yeah, let's see what will happen today. Yeah, same hour. Pay attention. Let's wait and see what will happen. Now, let's go on lower time frame and see what we have. Bitcoin. Well, remember the symmetrical triangle, the Monday high, Monday range, the Monday high, Monday low. We dumped, we accepted back above. We didn't manage to test properly the middle of the range. And then when we got to the tip of the triangle, I was suggesting that this was a bit too early. Well, we dumped once again. And this was a nice dump. What we have now? We took a long trade here. We are risk-free on that trade and waiting. We rejected from this level. We dumped. We did a shark here. Asia people managed to take a shark here. And we bounced back, created a nice W. So now on 4-hour chart or 1-hour chart even, we have big M's and a W. When you see M's and W's, M's and W's, M's and W's, that usually means the market wants to stay in this area for longer. If you look at higher time frame, that means we'll probably bounce a little bit more and then at some point in time we'll probably dump. But for the moment, let's zoom out a little bit more. This is the range. You can see the big range. SFU of the high, SFU of the lows. We SFU the lows and we are bouncing. We created a W. Is this W good enough for us to take along? If you want. Why I don't want to take along at the range lows with the proper SFU and a W here. Why? Because the M's and the neckline of the M's, they are too damn close. Look at them. Yeah, too damn close. And I don't get even a clear one-to-one to get risk-free. So just, well, fuck it. I have a long. I'm still in that long. I'll wait. If the market will pump and will pump without me here and I'll find another setup, well, that's something different. So that's the reason I don't recommend to take this big one. If you are long like us from this level, I think I posted everywhere. No? If you took this trade, you are risk free. You can see even now you are more than 1 hour in profit. hands under your ass, enjoy. It's that simple. But the big one doesn't have enough juice for me to say, well, let's take this setup. Well, people who didn't manage to take the SFU now take the W. Is the second best. No, it's not. It's not good enough, in my humble opinion. So, that's my 2 cents about Bitcoin. Big range. We accepted, clearly accepted below the Monday low. We can retest the Monday low. Well, that's the idea of the SFU here, to retest the Monday low and book our profit. 3R, not bad. Ethereum. Yesterday I was trying to scalp day trade, and I saw the Ethereum being weak on 5-minute chart. I tried to post a short, a shark, posted on VIP. Unfortunately, $2 below, they decided no, not this time, Paul. And they dumped without me. As a scalper, I managed to get an entry here and I made really nice money, but I was trading 1-minute chart. That's not something I could share with you on public and tell, well, look at me. I made nice money. Clearly below the Monday low. Clearly same pattern, same W like on Bitcoin. It's good enough to take this W. I told you my opinion. You don't have even a 1-to-1. I don't know if it's the best. I think it's better to wait a little bit more. If the market will bounce here in this area and will reject, then we can think short. If the market will take this level, then we can think something. Yeah? For the moment, I don't think it's the case. Let's just wait. If the market will dump on SFU this level, then we can go long. If you remember, we discussed about this one, no? So if this W will fail and will go and test this level, we can play an SFU long, as we discussed a couple of days ago. I still have 20% from the original one, from the top. When I'm keeping a moon bag or a dump or just a trailing position, I take kind of 20%, I let 20% on, I move the stop at scratch and I don't fuck around with it. I just leave it alone. Because I don't want to micromanage. I know that the market will go up and down. So I make the decision that if I let 20% stop loss at scratch, and market has to go and take my order there or dump a lot more. If you let 20% and then here I don't see why I should keep it. The market is bouncing. Well, here is bouncing back. Well, no. If you trail 20% and say, well, this is, if the market will move big, then you just leave it alone. Zooming out, SFU level for a long, SFU level for a long. Let's wait. We know what to do if we'll touch these levels. If we'll bounce back in the range and we'll SFU the highs, then we know what to do at that level. Pretty simple, people. Pretty simple. Shitcoins, as they are kind of nothing. Yeah, I'll zoom out to see. Nothing burger, don't touch it. I'm telling you over and over again. Tao. Yeah, that's a perfect example of being right and making money. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, look at this. I was right. Go check. We had this EM. I said it's not good enough. I want the next one. I want another bounce, SFUD level, and then an EM. And we had exactly that, but I missed the trade. So I was right, but no money. Which one do you prefer to be? The guy that is being right or the guy that is making money? Because I was right, and so what? My portfolio is not bigger because of I was right here. No? By the way, people, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the Twitter repost. Let's see. Let's see how many we have here. 38, 41? Not bad. Not bad. But I bet 35 from 38 are premium and VIP members. 30 from 40 likes are from premium and VIP members. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's a bear market after all. If you don't hit the like and the subscribe and the repost, please go and follow influencers, not me. If you don't like my content and you don't want to help us grow a little bit, go and follow someone else. Maybe they'll give her better levels. Okay, so yeah, we had the EM, we had the bearish divergence, we had everything. Textbook setup. Missed the setup, probably was a bit too early when we had the retest. Next boss. Hype. I told you to leave it alone. Some people took short ideas here. Well, classic was okay to take a short here. I still don't recommend to trade this one. It's a big range. It's all over the place. You can see all of the sudden pump, dump. No, thank you. Solana. We talked about Solana yesterday and said, well, I don't think we'll go down without touching 100. Well, we did. In the London session for VIP, I said, well, people, if I'll see this is a shoulder, this is the head, this could be the right shoulder. If I'll see something like this, I'll take a trade. We had something like that, but just a bit lower. No retest, no nothing. If you manage to take this M, okay. If you didn't manage to take that M, the market decided to dump straight down. I know Stefan posted a setup here at the SFU level. We mentioned it. I didn't manage to take the trade. Stefan posted the trade for VIP. If you are short from there, well, you made some money. Again, I was right. The market had a shoulder, head, shoulder. Huh? I was hunting M's. Again, right. Exactly the right direction. Did I make any money? No. I made money yesterday, but not to this one. So, now, what we can do on Solana? Well, let's wait. Let's zoom out on 4-hour chart and you'll understand better. Look at it. This is the range, people. We SFU the range and we dump back down in the middle, in the support. Can we dump more? I think we'll just lag behind Bitcoin, to be honest. If Bitcoin will dump, Solana will dump also. If Bitcoin will pump, Solana will lag behind Bitcoin and will slowly pump. Is not the best one. Yeah, we had the SFU. That was an important level. If you managed to take that short, good for you, made money. If you managed to take something here when we accepted below the Monday low, okay, good for you. But it's not the best one. And now we have a 4-hour shoulder, head, shoulder, which is telling us kind of, well, this is the local top. You can attempt to short again if you'll retest here 95 and you find the setup. It's up to you. I prefer not to touch Solana too much. Yes, on 4-hour chart. Well, people, it's pretty clear. Let's go on 1 hour. Pretty clear. Wants to go higher. We SFU the lows of the Monday low. We took that liquidity. We touched the long reload zone. We bounced back straight up to the Monday high. We rejected from that level, creating equal highs. We dumped back, I think 61.8 or 50%. Let's see. Did we touch 61.8? No, front run 61.8. And then pump, accepting above the Monday high and to the moon. This is not weakness, people. This is a bit of strength. Can we go to 5,500? Yes, pretty easily. So, I don't know how to say it. Don't be too aggressive on the short side. If you see a nice SFU, okay. If you see the market coming back down and SFU this level, for example, that's a nice long. SFU of this level, that's a nice long. Now the market is doing an AB equals CD. It's almost completing that level. Probably will reject just below 7,500. AB, CD, completing here. If after completing the AB equals CD, you can see an M on 1 hour, maybe. It's up to you. Similar here. Is not different, is slightly different, but all over the place. Not the best one to trade. And gold is sitting in the same place. Can you see? Yeah. in the middle of the range, resting. So gold is resting in the middle of the range. Don't bother me. I don't want to do anything. That's the message of gold. Okay. So that's the lower time frame. Let's go back on Bitcoin. Hopefully, I posted on all the Discord channels. Hopefully, everyone is long on Bitcoin. Hopefully. Long and also risk-free. People, doesn't get better than that. We are here every day. 2 sessions every day. London session, New York session. And usually when we see an important level, we manage to get the right direction. We are profitable, consistently profitable. That doesn't mean we'll have 100% win rate. No, that means overall, everything we do is consistently profitable. If you follow some setups, that's your decision. But if you have a clear plan, if you respect a strict risk management, and you follow clear setups with a clear advantage, you should be profitable. If you didn't trade with us or you didn't trade so far, start low. Start with $101,000 challenge. Yeah, you take an amount of money from 100 to 1,000. The above 100 is the best, just enough to allow you to trade, and you are using 1% risk per trade, if you know what we mean. If not, you have a problem, don't trade. Yeah, and you take trades slowly, learning. The first time you start trading, you don't start trading to make money. You start trading to learn the process. The easy way is Kappa 1. The hard way is to do it by yourself, just following what we are posting here and there. But if you are consistent, you'll succeed either way. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a clear risk management, if you don't follow strict setups, you don't stand a chance. Not only in this market, in crypto, you don't stand a chance anywhere. Even in life. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a know-how to do it, and you don't have a clear process and risk management, in life, everything you do, you should do with risk management. You don't stand a chance. Think about it. Yeah, think about that. Everything you do in life has a risk, and you have to approach everything with risk management, and you have to know how, and you have to plan everything. Even when you wake up or when you want to go to the store and come back, your mind is doing a plan. Yeah? Your mind is doing a plan. Well, to succeed in bigger things, you have to do the plan purposely on a piece of paper, and you need to adapt that plan. Simple but hard to do. Okay, that being said, you know what we are following. If we'll dump here, we can take a long, but if we'll dump here, I don't think we'll stop. If we'll bounce to the Monday low, we'll take the profit off, most of it. If we'll bounce even a bit higher, we'll probably close the entire trade. Sorry. If we get back in the range and stay there, maybe you have a chance to push to the Monday high. I don't think so at the moment, but who the fuck knows. Anyway, we should have some volatility, a bit of volatility in the London session and a lot more volatility in the New York session. It's Thursday after all, no? Hopefully. VIP members, see you in 2 minutes. Premium members, see you in a couple of hours. General members and non-members, see you tomorrow morning with the same daily crypto plan. Okay? See you next time, people.